Girona had a wonderful season last year, finishing in 3rd position in La Liga. However, this year, things are looking different. Only sitting mid-table at the time of recording of this video in La Liga. With a few big defeats also on the verge of getting exited in the UEFA Champions League. So today, it is the task of Rebuild Sombrero to step in at Girona, take them over, rebuild them into not only the greatest club in Spain, build a dynasty over there, but also, in the end, win the UEFA Champions League, the biggest club competition there is in the world of football. For some reason, they have removed some of the garments they had, some of the tools there were to use on your manager. That's also why my manager isn't wearing a sombrero anymore. That is very unlucky, and I'm really sad about this. I hope you guys feel the same way. I want my team to play circles around the opposition. That's why I've chosen the tactical preset of tiki-taka for this Girona side, along, of course, hiring some of the most different coaches in different positions to get the most out of these guys. So this is our starting 11 here at Girona. Some big talents like Martinez, who is 21, 79 rated. For some reason, Sigankov is here, the captain. He's 26, also a big player, maybe the biggest player in this squad. Herrera is 26, 82 rated. Solis, I'm gonna lock in here for the first season. Hopefully he will get his game time. Romeo is on loan to us from Barcelona, so we might also send him back to Barca. But Martinez is in the center midfield spot. He's 79 rated at the age of 25. Ruiz right now our striker is 24. Danjuma is higher rated, yes, but he's also only on loan to us. So I want to either get rid of him completely, send him back to Villarreal, I presume, or buy him on a permanent basis. That's still to be decided. We also have 3 transfers per season available to us. I've also opened up a youth academy here with the default scout, 5-star, 4-star. He's opening one in Spain for goalkeepers right now to find. We've already got one here in our default, the 17-year-old, 63 rated goalkeeper, 70 to 94 potential. But maybe we can even find even better ones in the future. But I'm certainly going to promote this one to the senior team. What I want to do is send back the players that we don't really need here. The players that are on loan to us. Like Paul Lopez. Why do we need him? We have a 3 higher rated goalkeeper. I'm also going to call back. I've decided to send back Danjuma to Villarreal. Because we have Ruiz up top and Stuani. And Oriol Romeu goes back to Barcelona. As I want to give a chance to Solis. Shockingly enough, as a Champions League club, we only have 7 million in our budget. That's after Girona sold the likes of Artem Dovbik already this season, but I'm really shocked to see we've only got 11 million in total. We've spent 4 on coaches, and now 7 million is really not a lot. After that, we've actually made some money selling 2 strikers in Christian Stuani, an old man, to Villarreal for 3.8 million. And also Bojan Miovski for 8.5 to Stade de Reims, our biggest sale. Juanpe, the centre-back, he's 33 already, goes to Real Sociedad for 2.2 million. Alongside a whole list of loans as well. This also means that we now have a decent, at least a little bit of a decent budget of 23 million. Here is the man I absolutely wanted to get into the club. He's already at our club actually, but only on loan. That's why I made it permanent. A guy who apparently failed at Tottenham Hotspur. Now he comes to Girona on a permanent to prove his doubters wrong. It is Bryan Gil joining for 13 million. Second player we go in for is a backup striker. A man who's not on the radar of a lot of people right now. He comes from Greece. From Olympiacos, I shall say. This Charalampos Kostoulas joining us for 3 million. 17 years old. Kostoulas is our backup striker at 17, 67 overall, but he has got a lot of potential. We're going to see that, hopefully, in the future. The other man who is new, but not so new, is Bryan Gil. At the age of 23, he's 77. Well, at the halfway point of Season 1, we are sitting pretty in 4th position. Only 5 points of Barcelona in 1st, which is quite crazy. We've just about qualified for the top 24 in the UEFA Champions League. Oh my god, on 9 points. I mean, that was so tight on goal difference we survive here. And in the playoff round, we will face PSV from the Netherlands. A second chance. Well, let's see at the Estadio de Montilivi how this goes. Girona facing PSV. Ruiz up to a 79. Martin 81. Solis already up to a 75. The guys and their development has been brilliant. And we lose 2-1 at home. Of course, we were not going to expect to win the Champions League in Season 1. Brian Achille, our new signing, scored a goal in the 44th, but we still come up short against the Dutch. Let's see how things unfold at the PSV Stadium. Away from home, we are 1 behind. We need to come back from behind, but we don't. Pepe, with a hat-trick, actually destroys our hopes. Even though Ivan Martin gets 1 back, we lose 5-2 on aggregate and are out of the Champions League in the playoff round. It's the end of the season and we've actually dropped out of the top 4 on same points than Athletic Club. 69 points, nice, but in the end our goal difference is what lets us down in the Champions League race. Barcelona are the champions, 10 points ahead of Atletico. However, we do bag our first trophy of this rebuild, defeating Real Sociedad in the Copa de España final. That's really surprising. I mean, we did defeat Burgos in the semis from the 2nd division, Atletico Madrid, Valencia, so a few big hitters. Burgos also knocked out Madrid. And in the end, we win our first trophy in our first season itself. Barcelona win the Champions League over Man City. The Europa League goes surprisingly to Galatasaray over Spurs. And the Conference League goes to Fiorentina over Chelsea on penalties. It is Abel Ruiz coming in clutch this season. 25 years of age, 28 goals for him, 80 rated. 20 goals even from CDM from Yangel Herrera. Nearly had a stroke there. 20 goals and 10 assists, so 30 goal contributions from CDM is crazy. 28 for Tsigankov as well, who is up to an 84. And Ril coming in with 17 goals and 7 assists. I mean, I'm really impressed by the growth of our team. Solis up by 6 to a 77. Gutierrez up to an 85. Martinez 82. We have Blind who might get replaced next season. Krejci up to an 82. Herrera 83. Martin 81. A great team already here at the end of Season 1. I do believe that it's not a drama that we're not playing Champions League football next season. Anyway, in the early stages of this rebuild, it's better for us. The Europa League suits us better. And 5th place in La Liga is still good. Winner of Copa de España. I think we've had a brilliant season. Playoff round of the Champions League. Not too bad either. Better than Girona probably in real life. So let's jump into Season 2 to continue with this rebuild. Guys, what do I see here? For some reason, we will once again play in the Champions League. And the objective of the board is to reach the semi-final, which is a big task. We finally have a decent budget in Season 2. 86 million. Where did this come from? Where was this in the first season? We are there for yet another Champions League season, so we need to strengthen the squad accordingly. Going in for a 22-year-old centre-back from Germany first. From RB Leipzig, he joins us to be exact. It is Castello Luqueba for 48 million. Coming into Girona. And the second transfer in what is going to wrap up the second transfer window as well. It is a new goalkeeper replacing Paulo Gazzaniga, who was already 33 now. The guy coming in is Spanish as well, but he's 6 years younger. He is Alvaro Valles for 20 million from West Ham, plus Paulo Gazzaniga in return. With Valles and Luqueba coming in, this backline is already looking much more secure. A very good backline, in fact. Gutierrez on the left with 85 overall. Krejci and Luqueba 82-81 and Martinez at an 82. We have a solid CDM role. Solis is 20 years old only and already 77. It was great to lock him in the first season, not have any competition for him, because if Romeu stayed at the club, Solis wouldn't have gotten that much growth, that much potential here. We've still sold a whole list of fringe players out of the squad. Raul Martinez goes to Bodrum for under $1 million. We have Ilias Caira goes to Racing in Argentina, I believe, for 4.3 million. Ferran Ruiz also once again under $1 million. Going away. Kasim Pasa pick up Papaba for 1.5 million. And we loan out Joel Roca for 2 years. The boys, after 21 games in Season 2, we are in 3rd place right now. Once again, looking at qualifying for Champions League football in Season 3. However, this time luck wasn't on our side. We finished in 25th place in the UEFA Champions League phase. Just about getting knocked out by 1 place as well, on same goal difference to Monaco. That is brutal. We have finished the season off in 4th position in the end, on 73 points, 3 points behind Barcelona in 2nd. A better season than Season 1 in the league. Real Madrid running away with it, only 1 loss all season long, 95 points. We've actually been a part of Supercopa, where we lost to Atletico Madrid in the semis, and in the end it is Atletico themselves winning that against Sociedad. The Copa de España goes to Real Madrid over Leganes. We've been knocked out in the quarterfinals by Sevilla. The Champions League in the end, that was woeful from us, but Real Madrid, a team from our country, win it against Arsenal, the Kings of Europe once again striking. Milan win an all-Italian Europa League final over Napoli, and the Conference League goes to England to Newcastle United over the Turkish side, Besiktas. Sigankov and Martin shared the goals amongst themselves. Ruiz up to an 82, but he only scored 17, 5 less than both Sigankov and Martin. Martin, I'm really impressed from centre midfield. Herrera this time with 13 goals, but he's up to an 86, which is crazy. Brian Hill didn't play as many games. Why? Because Valeri stole game time from him. That's what I was fearing. I didn't think he was able to play 53 games though, and Gil only 28. So we need to fix that. Team at the end of the season, at the end of Season 2 is looking good. A very good centre-back partnership. Very strong fullbacks. Gutierrez already up to an 87. Sigankov up to an 85. Herrera 86. Zoli's already up to an 80 as well. It's going to be really difficult to replace any of those guys next season. Again, a good season, I would say. Semi-finals in Supercopa, quarterfinals in Copa de España, and 4th, of course, in La Liga. We will once again play Champions League football, where we finished only in 25th. So we need to really strengthen our squad accordingly, maybe in squad depth, to prioritize the Champions League next season. As much as I like what Abel Ruiz has done for us, it is time for a change up front to go to that next level. Even though this man we are going in for is on the same overall than Abel Ruiz, he's about 7 years younger. A man for present and future, it is Samu Omorodion coming in from Porto for 20 million plus Abel Ruiz, who goes back to Portugal. After that transfer, we still have about 86 million to go in for players, so yeah, I think I'm gonna make one more big signing. As the next signing, the final signing of this transfer window in season number 3, we go in for a very big one. I didn't think I was able to snatch a draw here, but I did. I've actually gone in for the big man from Bayer Leverkusen, Ezequiel Palacios, for 82 million to strengthen up our midfield, replacing Martin. And we are really finished for now, as we are down to €6 in our budget. Unbelievable stuff. But then again, we have sold the whole list of players to generate funds. Christian Porto goes to Zaragoza. Valeri for 35 million to Newcastle United. We've offloaded him to give Brian Gil a real chance this season. Donny van de Beek goes to Sevilla to wrap this up, alongside a few loan moves, including the potential goalkeeper in the future, Raiko Castillo, from the youth academy. The problem now is that we are really bleak in terms of squad depth options, so we really have to hope that nothing happens to our main men this season. Maybe we should go in for one replacement, because we have one more player that we can go in for. I've also changed up the tactics so that it suits Palacios in that center midfield role. I didn't actually realize that Martin was playing out of position all the time. But certainly Samu up top and Palacios in midfield are going to make this side 10 times stronger in the long run. Just for backup purposes, I've actually decided to go in for a backup CDM, 22 years old, from Chelsea. Going by the name of Leslie Ugochukwu. For 15 million he comes in. I didn't want to jeopardize Solis's place in the starting 11, so I went in for Ugochukwu, who is still 3 lower rated than him. But otherwise, this team is absolutely bonkers. I want to see how far we can take it this season, if we can go all the way maybe already this season. Therefore, we still need a lot of improvements, though, in certain areas. Samu has to grow and really deliver. Solis has to grow. Even the centre-backs. Lukeba is very good already. Valles is very good. But all the better. 18th place in the UEFA Champions League phase. 10 points. We are in the midst of the qualification phase. We have qualified for the playoff round. Ahead of Borussia Dortmund and even PSG, who have just about qualified for the playoff round as well. In those playoffs, we will face Lazio from Italy. On the other hand, in a very tight title race in La Liga, we are actually in it right now. In second place, 1 point behind league leaders Real Madrid and 2 ahead of Barcelona and Atletico. It's the playoff round at home, first leg, Estadio de Montilivi. Can we get through for the first time in such a knockout phase? It's a 3-0 win. Absolutely. Samu with a brace and Sigankov with the final goal. 3-0 we beat Lazio at home. Second leg, we have to get through here in the Italian capital at the Stadio Olimpico. It's another win, 3-2. Miguel Gutierrez, Sigankov and Brian Hill with the goal. 6-2 on aggregate. We beat up on Lazio. Round of 16 time. Once again, we play the first leg at the Estadio de Montilivi at home. But this time it will be Liverpool, the opponent. A whole different dimension of opposition here. And we lose 4-2 in the first leg. I mean, that was to be expected. Soboslai with an actual hat-trick here. We are as good as out. Can we make a miracle comeback at Anfield? I'm not so sure about this. Let's just wait and see. We win actually, but we still lose. We win 1-0, but we lose 4-3 on aggregate. We gave a good showing for ourselves at Anfield, but the home result was just too much to handle. We've actually just about missed out on a title here. 91 points, second place, 4 points still behind Real Madrid, but also 6 ahead of Atletico. We are once again in the Champions League next season. Copa de España goes to Real Madrid over Las Palmas. We've been knocked out very early in round of 32 and 4-1 as well by Villarreal. An absolute tonking we had to take there. Manchester City win the Champions League over Milan in the end. The Europa League also goes to England, to Newcastle over Roma. And the English sides actually complete a hat-trick here. Chelsea defeating Nice in the Conference League final to take all 3 European titles to England. Igankov and Samu have had wonderful seasons, so has Gilles, Brian Hill, but he's only 84 rated. He might get upgraded on next season. Otherwise, yeah, the others have lagged a little bit behind. Herrera still with 10 assists is great. Palacios 7 assists, 4 goals is not great, I have to say. We need to strengthen our squad in certain areas if we want to mount 1, a title challenge, and 2, a Champions League title challenge as well. But this season was great overall. Second place in La Liga is absolutely fantastic. Round of 32 in Copa de España isn't great. Round of 16 in the Champions League is alright. Let's jump into season number 4. 152 million for season number 4. So we can really improve the weaknesses of this team very specifically. The first weakness we've decided to attack is the centre-back. We have hired or signed a new Spanish centre-back in this case here. Krejci still stays in our club, but Daniel Vivian is going to take over that centre-back starting spot. From Newcastle United, he comes in for 75 million. The next man we go in for is another Spanish lad on left midfield in a straight swap deal without any kind of money. I've rarely done that before. But we go in for a 24-year-old Jeremy Pino from Milan in a swap deal. His contract was expiring. Brian Gill goes the other way. The final man I go in for this season is a new CDM, already replacing Leslie Ugochukwu. who goes into a swap deal with this man. I mean, that is a world-class signing if I ever saw one. Sandro Tonali joining us from Newcastle United for 50 million, plus Hugo Chukwu. With the arrival of Tonali and Vivian, we've really strengthened that starting 11. Alongside Yeremi Pino, who's only 24, still a whole lot of room to grow. But this team looks more and more like a Champions and La Liga winning team. Moving forward, we've sold the likes of Antalya Kobishvili to AZ Alkmaar for 7.2 million. Tony Fuidias, who was our backup goalkeeper until last season, he goes to Sunderland for 3 million as we have returned Castillo, the former youth academy player who went into the squad once again as a backup goalkeeper. Much better. We finish in the top 8 of the UEFA Champions League phase in 7th position, 14 points ahead of Bayern Munich. We are straight to the round of 16. And in La Liga, we are in 3rd position right now, but already 9 points off Real Madrid, who are just unstoppable, it seems. It's very difficult to become the champions of Spain. It's the first time where we go straight to the round of 16, and it won't be an easy opposition by any stretch. Newcastle United at St. James's Park in the first leg. Can we go through with Tonali, the ex-Newcastle player? It's a 2-1 win. We get an advantage. Isak gives Newcastle one back, but Samu and Yeremi Pino score for us. The second leg at the Montevilli, at home, Montelivi actually it's called. We are 2-1 up. Can we confirm our spot in the quarterfinal for the first time? Yes, it's a 0-0 draw. Nothing happened in this game. We go through to the quarters, defeating Newcastle United 2-1 on aggregate. An old Spanish affair in the quarterfinals where we face Atletico Madrid, first away from home. It's going to be tough, but can we prevail? In the Lions' Den here, in Madrid, it's a 1-1 draw. Darwin Núñez scores the equalizer for Madrid. Sigankov gave us the lead, all square for Girona, second leg. The big prize money question now is, can we make it into the semi-finals? For the first time in history, we have a very strong team. Just look at all the overalls. The lowest rated one in the starting 11 is Luqueba at an 86. We should get through here at the Estadio de Montelivi, and we do, but oh my god, just about 5-4 on penalties. We actually had to come from behind twice. Yeremi and Samu twice equalized for us, only to put us through on penalties in a very tense penalty shootouts as well. Of course, it had to be the other side of Madrid now. In the semis, Real Madrid. We've really had strong opposition in the Champions League knockouts, from Newcastle to Atletico to now Real Madrid. But can we prevail away at the Estadio Santiago Bernabeu with our team? Oh my god, we've just smashed. We've smashed Real Madrid 4-1. Sigankov with a brace as well as Samu. We've absolutely smashed them. Vini gets one back for them. But we go into the second leg with a big, massive advantage. I mean, I'd say we'd already be through to the final if it wasn't for Real Madrid, because they can do anything they want. They are the league leaders still. And we are 4-1 up, so we should just make it a draw or something. Even a loss is fine. We lose 2-1. Mario Martin and Mbappe score for Madrid. Samu gave us the lead. We win 5-3 on aggregate and make our way to a maiden Champions League final. In the UEFA Champions League final, we will face the big outfit of PSG, another juggernaut of international football we are facing off with. In the league, we've actually dropped down one position, 2/3 in respective to last season. Atletico take the second spot and Real Madrid are the champions by a long way as well. We've actually thrashed Las Palmas in the Supercopa semi-finals and even defeated Atletico Madrid to win another trophy. The Supercopa goes to Girona. Different story though in the Copa de España, where Real Madrid defeat Osasuna. Since our Copa win, we've not done that well, I have to say. Zaragoza knock us out in round of 32. An all-Portuguese final in the Europa League. Porto win that over Sporting. And the final European competition goes to Roma, the Conference League, over Aston Villa, tonking them 3-0. I mean, Samu was really the best decision we've made in terms of buying him. 35 goals for him, 29 and 14 for Tsigankov, the captain of the team, 25 for new signing Pino, and even 9 and 9 for Palacios, who is up to an 89 now. Is this team ready to win the Champions League? We will shortly find out at Wembley Stadium. Girona facing off with PSG. We've got a lot of OG Girona players. I can already think of 3. Martinez here on the ball, Tsigankov here on the ball. We've got Gutierrez at left back and even Herrera at CDM. So a lot of players still from the OG Girona setup here, active in that Champions League final, even as starters. Careful, PSG on the charge here, early doors. After 9 minutes, it's Martinez up against Bradley Barcola. Bradley Barcola skins him. Still Barcola, a chance, but Valles with a good save. Corner kick, Lee Kangin to swing one inside. That's a good one, and oh my god, we just about cleared that off the line. A lot of chaos here in the first quarter of an hour, as PSG once again get the ball back. Still danger, but we get a foot in through Lukeba. Pino does really well here in the fight with Valentin Barco. And now, can we open up some space through Tsigankov? This is Viktor Tsigankov, our number 10. Looking for options, still turning and twisting. Viktor Tsigankov, looking for Samu. Samu, looking for the in-running Miguel Gutierrez. And Simon with a save. Barcola up against Tonali. Barcola skins Tonali. Once again, he's all the danger man for PSG, and Valles makes a brilliant save on the line. This is Samu Morodion. He's so strong, such a beast of a player. I can only recommend you to buy this guy because he's so good. Now plays a fantastic ball into Yeremy Pino. 1-0 to Girona after 35 minutes. Yeremy Pino brings us ahead here after a masterful play by Samu Morodion. Finds the pass in the little pocket here, and Yeremy Pino does what he can do. Finishes it off to make it 1-0 to Girona. Careful PSG on that left side here with Barcola. Still Barcola is really the only dangerous man so far for PSG, as Valles needs to make another save. One last corner kick before half-time. Lee Kangin to swing in this time. We don't really get it away as Valles has to make another save, but now it's half-time. Great turn by Barcola against Martinez. Brings the ball inside. They shoot from distance, but that's never going to trouble Valles in goal. Real life, of course, Girona fullbacks are so great, as now Gutierrez plays in Pino, who is too slow. Still wins the ball back somehow. Pino! Corner kick, Viktor Tsigankov. Swinging one inside. It's a dangerous one. They get it away somehow. As still Castello Luqueba on the ball. Now Arnau Martinez nearly makes it 2. Careful, Barcola. He's really had Martinez on toes, even though Martinez is one of the best fullbacks at this time in the world. Plays the ball inside. Valles with a save again. Oh my god, Valles somehow controls that ball and gets it out. That was tight. This is Kamawinga even made his way to PSG. Now Openda, Luis Openda. Openda into Lee Kangin. Lee Kangin and Valles, he's made so many saves today. It's the 5th corner already for PSG in this game, whilst we only had 1 all game long. But also this one we don't get out, as Valles has to make a comfortable save. I have decided to bring on 2 further OG players of Girona, Martin and Krejci, 1 centre midfielder, 1 centre back to replace both Palacios as well as Vivian. Corner kick, PSG, Barcola, short one into Neves. This is Barcola, going inside. We get the header though, as now Yeremy has a lot of space, but can he go all the way here? This is Yeremy Pino. Oh, what a foul by Cristiano Romero. That was nasty, and it's only a yellow. We have nearly won the Champions League, only 1 minute of extra time. And Gutierrez wins that ball like a master, and that's it. That's the Champions League won for Girona. Final, we have done it against PSG. A very, very tight one. We win 1-0, and the goalkeeper, Valles, had to make so many saves. That's what I always tell you. Get yourself a good goalkeeper, and he will make the saves for you. He will win you the games. But lads, if you enjoyed this Girona rebuild where we've used a lot of OG players from the OG squad, then please by all means consider dropping a like on the video, subscribing to the channel, and also tell me in the comments what other challenges you'd like to see next. I am going to leave you alone with the title celebrations as our captain, Sigankov, one of the OGs of this club, is going to lift the UCL. Here it is in all its glory. The Coupe des Champions is ours. We've done it. And I'm going to say, until next time, it's been Rebuild Sombrero. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy the celebrations. I'm out.